Hello Dev, how's it going? So today we will solve another code challenge in our journey of prepare ourselves to code challenge in higher process for international company. First, let's pick what we will handle multiple times. So that will be the card, right? So let's take the card and let's create a component for it that will be uh, feedback card. Okay, that will be a component and will return this. Okay, let's create our const here. Now, for each metric, we will return our feedback card. The first thing we will do is get the title for each card. That will be, oh, it's not TypeScript, so let's get the title. Okay, and here we will pass metric as title for the cards. Okay, and let's use, I don't know, metric and index just to pass a key. Index is not a good key, but it's better than having nothing. The title will just be used here. So let's set the title value here. Now we can see the title correct. And we need to have, for each card, we need to have a memory to memorize the upvote and downvote. In this case, state inside its components will solve it easily. So let's do it. Initialize it with 0. And let's import it from React, use state. Okay. And set upvote that will be called in the button. We can create a function to handle it with the button. And let's set on click here. Oh, on click, passing handle upvote. Oh, what is happening? Upvote here, const, use state, use state from React. Is not defined. Use state is imported. Let me refresh the page. Oh, that was a bug, because everything in the code is correct. Let's continue. Now, let's do downvote and set downvote. Okay, and here we will set downvote here and create a handle function for button down. And downvote, and that will set downvote here. Okay, and now, oh, I forgot to pass on click here. On click, and now we can downvote and upvote for each cards. We need to care about the unit test because all elements in our cards are returning the same test ID. it don't will work because inside the screen I have the same test ID 5 times. So to fix it, we need to map the index, and I will pass the index here, and I will use the index for each test ID. And now we can uh, validate everything is working good, and let's run the unit test. And done. Well done. Everything is working correctly. So let's review our task. First, we define the metric array, and for each one, we handle a feedback card. And inside the component feedback card, we have state to control and memorize inside the card how many upvoted and downvote I have for each card. And I use the index to um, set the test ID because our test will check, will use this test ID to validate and try to click on the button and check if my counter are displaying the correct value. So we need to care about our test ID, and we use the array to solve it. Easy, right? So that was a simple challenge, a simple task where we apply our state management and working with test ID and conditional handling. I think no, yeah, we are just handling components based on a list. So it's a simple routine when we are working with React, but when we are doing a live coding challenge, maybe we feel unsure and forget some simple things. So don't forget to pass in higher process. We need to demand this kind of challenge. We need to have skills to solve this kind of problem and explain how we do that and share our process of thought and how we organize and resolve problems during the process. So as you can see, during the process, I faced some bugs, some issues, and I think about it and I solve it and I share my process. This is what the recruiter will looking for when apply this kind of challenge. So try to keep sharing your thoughts. So keep this in mind. I think you will have a good result. So the key is practice. Do that as I'm doing right now with you. So let's do that to prepare ourselves and get a good performance in this kind of live code challenge. Okay. So thank you for watching, and please press the button like if you like it and follow for more tips like that. So see you in the next video.